Alright, so I just finished my mother's request of a movie, The Holdovers, and it feels like this.
It's this one. This is the one you should look at.
What I can tell you right off the bat is that I was getting Breakfast Club vibes right away with a lot of other things mixed in. So let's get into this review. In December of 1970 at an all-males boarding school, we have a bunch of troublemakers here.
Right, Crandall. You caught me. They're your mother's pants. Tell her thanks for the good times.
Fuck this half-day bullshit. What the hell is Walleye?
He's probably jerking off in the Cobb salad.
Telling by most of these boys' grades, they're just not taking it seriously. If you weren't going home, you were staying to do your exam.
There'll be just 4 boys holding over this year.
It's kind of close to Christmas time, so kids were itching to go home and they didn't want to deal with this guy.
So for the next 2 weeks, we will be following a standard school schedule.
Picasso.
Even had to go to church. It was that kind of boarding school.
Let us pray for the soul of Curtis Lamb, pardon class of 1969. Just this year, Curtis...
Also, this was around the time you could smoke inside. It was serious and still kept the funniness at times, too.
So you just get this to everybody?
So are these kids happy in the situation that they're in? Well, you tell me. So is The Holdovers a good watch? Absolutely. This is a beautiful movie, and I mean, like, written well, good character development. It kept the story interesting. When it was emotional, it kept the comedy there, and when it got to points of, like, point of view of the character, you know, it still kept that funniness of keeping the seriousness, and it didn't get too soap opera-y at points either. It was very well put together, and I like that it was also trying to make it feel like an older movie, like it was back in the I want to say 1980s, 1970s, because that's kind of where this was set at. And all the actors got to play their parts well. They even got to go to different locations at points too. And the movie itself kind of felt like a field trip on its own as well. And there was just a lot of things I could relate to with the kids and everything. I guess how I could really relate to this movie is I used to go to school out at Job Corps. The difference is I had a choice to go there. Others did not. Some people had a choice like me, and some people had a choice to either do that or suffer whatever they were doing. And some people, you know, didn't have homes to go to. Some people didn't have families either. So some people had to literally stay there. But, you know, I was lucky to go home every weekend or so. But I felt really bad for the kids or young adults and older people in there that didn't have, you know, basically a pot to piss in, as I would say, or anybody would say. But yeah, but the difference is these guys are teens. But yeah, man, I mean, I heard a lot of things about boarding school being hard and whatnot, but this movie will definitely throw it at you of how kids can change and what people go through and everything. And this was a very good, powerful movie, so I highly recommend it. And thank you, Mom, for recommending that movie to me. And there's a couple other movies I have on my list for her. So I will see you guys in the next video.